try some new music. See if it's annoying. Kyle's concept brushes. Damn it, Kyle. All right. Let's see if I can. We're going to do. This is client work, believe it or not. It's a pretty strange piece, but it should be pretty cool. I like surrealism. I like focused on it overly much in college back in the day. So it's nice to be able to work on this kind of stuff. I got some reference of the way water looks when you're. Why is it doing that? When you're at the surface of it and shooting, photography into it. So I want to be able to look through. This should be fun. I mean, naturally, this is the ocean, so it's a little bit. I don't know. It needs to be relatable. I don't know that you could get this much clarity through the waves. I hate it when it does that. I'm not really worrying on the details right now. Gotta get the background done first and then all the details. If you don't do the background first, then everything you do is gonna look cut out. Because it'll be, cut out. I'm just gonna wind up painting over these whales right now. Actually, let me make a copy of this layer or I will regret it. Okay, now. One that shows stuff flipping up out of the water. It just kind of distorts everything along the surface. If I hang out this far back, if I hang out this far back on the painting, then I don't worry about the details just yet. So that's why I paint so far away in the beginning. Because I'm going to wind up making a tail splashing up out of the water there. And I feel like this part needs to be down more. All right, where's my triangle brush? The new favorite. That's the hard round. I suppose I could search for it. I always forget there's a search function. Triangle. Oh man, that's a pencil though. Why did it do that? Why does it consider this a pencil? Probably because it's a pencil. Weird. That's not what I wanted. still get weird random pains after the surgery. I'll stick with the square for now. I want to really brighten up this edge while I work on it. So if this goes up, I want the background to go down. And if the, yeah, I think this is about right. Ish. Oh, man. Maybe more like that. See, I like this one. But that's awful clear. At least it's in a example. That one's too fuzzy. Why do I even have that? Yeah, right there. See that? The way the water does, it does have a line. So, and that corresponds to the horizon further off because you're seeing through the water. So I'm going to bump some of this direction. Yeah. I wonder if I should just take it all the way down like this. It does remain pretty flat though. I'm actually really glad to be working back on this project. I thought this project was over because I hadn't heard in a while from the client, and so I thought I'd check in because whatever, because I really wanted to do this. Turns out they were thinking that I dropped off the face of the earth. Wish I would have tried to call sooner. Trying to be a better business person, you know, call, check in on people. I don't want to treat this like line. This is going to wind up looking too much like line. I'm doing a painting. Lines really aren't a thing. Ooh, I can't use my pen to scroll. Now this one has like the water splashing up. I want that. Let's just eradicate this tail for now. So I stopped worrying about working around it. Every part of me wants to start painting this ice cream. But first things first. There's going to be water splashing around down here too. You know, as the tail comes back down out of it. In the distance, water, wow, this water stays the same kind of, you know, sometimes things get lighter in the distance, so it's really not that much different. But I'm just gonna assume that I can fake it, I can lie, because otherwise it just doesn't look right to me. We're going with straight white again. Just push it. Okay, that just looks dumb. Here we go. Alright, still gotta maintain the swooshing. I'm just doing too many. Just jump right into that. Painting all those little waves and wrinkles. Water is kind of hard. It sort of undulates when you're at this level, so it won't be too bad, but as far as deep under the water, I'm not going to have a bottom like this one. But all these have a bottom. So, I'm pretty sure just, oh, this one, look at that. That one's just nothing. Because that's pretty much what it is. It's featureless down there. I have this incredible fear of deep water. I do. I would lose it if I got dropped off the boat in the ocean. I'd probably panic myself to death. Let's see. This is a pretty good piece. I'm excited. Ah, that's better. Wow, I just put a big freaking black dot right there. What the heck? There we go. See, like, that feels out of balance now that I've flipped it. So this is where I kind of fix it, especially with something so, like, frontal and, you know, in the middle. It's like kind of challenging you to look at its subject. So the things around it should support it pretty well. And if it feels out of balance, it won't be enjoyable to look at it. Trying to keep in mind the most contrast should go right in the middle. So the splashing up against this big ice cream cone. It's my birthday month. I will have, oh well, I guess I haven't talked about it much. I'm not been eating any sugar, and I've been totally okay with it until I realized it's my birthday month. And yes, I know, birthday month. Tony, good morning from Seattle indeed. So I have these tickets burning a hole in my pocket that I want to come visit you with. You know, visiting Seattle or visiting Tony. Visiting Tony. Seattle just happens to be there. Whales are awful. Why are whales awful? Because they're terrifying, because they could eat you in one giant gulp.
Actually, I don't think they should all live in a grapefruit at a time.
What?
I think the capacity is limited to that of like a grapefruit at a time. It's really weird.
Oh, Garrett says a grapefruit. They can eat basically a grapefruit. I don't. They look like they. Why? Because they have big strainers or something?
Something like that, yeah.
You know, it's just freaking terrifying to me. Yes, whales are cool and harmless. Changed my mind. But you want to be a marine biologist, so you think anything in the water is cool and harmless, except for maybe the obvious. Because they're terrifying. Yeah, I have a serious fear of water, large bodies of water, like where I can't see the bottom. Even if I know the bottom is like right there, still hate. I'm just gonna paint some of this, smear this around so we have some different tone, ignoring. I shouldn't be messing with it. I'm gonna make a little orca right here. Do you see him? He's gonna be jumping up over the top. This is a fun project. Even if whales are terrifying. I mean, look how big they would be. They could just swat you with their tail. We are going on our cruise, 25th anniversary cruise. It was starting out to be our 20th, and then it went to 25th, and now that COVID completely screwed us over, it's going to be more like a 26th, you know. But we're going the Alaska route because I just really don't like to be hot. I really hate being hot. So we're going to see whales, but I will be terrified if I see them and I'm on a boat next to them. You know, how big is the boat? It'd have to be a pretty big boat for me to not be scared of whales. Dude, I grew up in the era of Jaws, right? Like, I don't know. That was one of the scariest freaking movies I'd ever watched when I was a kid. I think I was more afraid of that movie than I was of the, you know, the Texas Chainsaw movies. That, yeah. Yeah, Tony, miss you guys. It's ridiculous. Super sad about it all the time. I grieve. I'm not joking. I do. I don't have a lot of people I'm close to, so it was nice having you around. All right, that. on water. Really, a nightmare is being on the surface of some large body of water and some animal the size of 3 elephants. Yes, 3 elephants. I mean, it's an unfathomable size to me. When I finally see them, it will be interesting to see whether or not I really just lose it. But I know they have like little boats and you can go out and take these tours and stuff. I don't know if we're doing that. I don't know if we're doing that. All I can think of is like they can hit so hard with that tail. They've got to be able to. They can jump out of the water. What if they jumped out of the water and then just elbow dropped your entire boat? Jeez. I'm going to paint right into this right now. Paint through because I'll be able to paint on top of it. You know, because like if I create a whole new layer and I go, well, I want to paint, you know, wait, I'm not actually doing this right, am I? I just learned something new about my, I may have to restart the program. Look at that. That's not working. Stop. Yeah. Wow. That whole layer just will not, it just refuses to be painted upon. The heck? There we go. Starting to get worried. Okay. Yeah, like so if I just want like this, you know, I can paint right into it and I'm not worried about, you know, ruining that what's underneath. So I'm just gonna I'm going to switch radio stations because this is a little bit too hyper for... Is the music even coming through? I don't even know if I... Tell me if it's too quiet or whatever. If you can. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Now, do I see the ice cream cone through part of the wave? Probably. But it's going to have to be like distorted in one direction or another. That's what's going to be weird. Because, you know, water makes... You know what? No, because they're that close to it. It would be negligible. You know how when you put like a pencil in water, it looks like the pencil is over here because of the internal reflection of the water. I don't think that I'm going to have to account for that much if I'm trying to make it look more like a, you know, an ocean. Orca pods, I don't know what PNW is. Pacific Northwest, gotcha. People pay money to go see them. I pay money to not see them. They're terrifying because they have giant teeth. Well, I'm just assuming they have giant teeth. They can like eat stuff that is meat. And that is, I am meat. Quote me on that. I am meat. I feel like this is coming way too high on this side. Okay. Okay, flip it back the other direction. Because this, I think, this is the direction I want it to be in. I'm actually excited to paint this ice cream. I was dreading it for a while, but then I was really looking at it, and I think I can achieve that texture. I think. I'm fiddling too much. Fiddling too much. Let me save that and let's get a picture of technically dolphins. An orca is a dolphin? Dolphins seem so nice though. The concept is it's a verse from a poem that this lady wrote. I don't know if she wants me to say her name out right now because I think it's more of a private project. But she wrote a poem, and there are 13 stanzas, and I forget. I think I'm on the sixth one. So it's very kind of surreal. The whole poem is. Everything about it is super strange. It's called "Imagine It Better." And in a good way. It's strange in a good way, like the imagery. So like the last one I did was, let me see if I can find it. Really weird. It was about coming out of a cocoon, and I used the same character throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I have no idea where I put this thing. This is part of my problem. Like, where do I even keep stuff? Partly, what comes into play is I know I'm just sitting here in front of my computer and talking to people, and I know I'm not particularly engaging when I'm just like looking in my, my folders for art. But there should be orca, there should be whales, and there should be like this ice cream iceberg type of thing, which is why this is kind of floating there in the water, even though it feels like it's way too top heavy. I'm just gonna leave it. She's actually an artist herself, and I tell her you should just stick with what you've got. It looks great, but she likes my stuff better. So, streaming. There it is. I'm pretty great at organizing. I had them in the little slideshow. I used to have them flipping by up there. And then I switched computers, and I have not found any of that crap. I found some pretty weird stuff that I drew at one point. Let me drag this guy over here. What was I don't even remember why I drew. Maybe it was a random prompt, but it's Batman, definitely. At one point I made myself being chased by a bear. That's another fear of mine. Like, I don't think I can handle that. You can outrun some animals, but I don't like running. I like this. I'm afraid I would stand and fight, and I'm pretty sure a bear would just own me. So I'm hoping in the moment that I would not stand and fight. I'm seeing the slideshow stuff. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's my oddly. That's a little known fact. That's on my desktop. Let me see if I can. So, a little known fact. This is a self-portrait. It's highly, because I like the surreal, right? So this is one of my weekly paintings back years ago when I did one painting every week, no matter what. When I'd choose it. I would try and do as much as possible. And by the end of the week, I would just kick out what I had. I had a Patreon and everything, and it was fun. In 1 week, I was like, I'm going to try and explain myself in surreal ways. This is surrealism. Everything has a symbol. And so, yeah, thank you, yeah. And so, in my, I wonder if I can, it is bizarre sometimes, all this crap that sits over the top of my desktop. If I just turn them off, there we go. I don't know why some things are symbols for me. I don't know why. There's playing cards in there. Those are from my tattoo. That's part of a song. Yeah. I don't know. I actually have to look back at my notes and see which song I chose. Crap. That's a bummer. I even cut off one of the notes. But yeah, those were the days. I would love to get back to doing that. I actually contemplated it recently. What is that thing? I have an extra like bar sticking there, and then what am I doing with my life? Turns out when you have like stream elements and you have a whole folder, if you unhide the folder, it unhides everything in the folder. Um, get lost, and that's great. That's pretty high accolade to be interesting. Uh, what was it? Now I wish I could remember. There's a statistic about how long people look at a piece of art in a museum. Like you go to a museum to look at art. It's less than 30 seconds, and so it's nice to be able to, think that somebody would look at the stuff longer than the average. That's awesome. Um, I'm gonna move this over. I like it, but I don't like it right in front of the other one. So I'm gonna go like this. Yoink. Oh man. Yoink. Stop. I hate that noise. I hate that noise. Okay. I feel like it should curl the opposite direction, like that. Yeah, it's like when they go, even stuff that they like, people tend to look at the stuff less than 30 seconds. And knowing that stat, I wish I could find that. I should probably look it up. Knowing that stat, I will go to a museum, and when I do some of the stuff that I really like, I will sit until it's actually painful, and then I'll move. It's kind of a weird thing. I feel like, yeah. Tony, have you seen my? I don't know if you've seen my. I'm making. Well, let's see. Where's my full cam? I'm making a set of cards, and I actually put them on a mug because I wanted to. These are my aces. I wanted to have something to point to and talk about. You can't probably see them that great. I don't have the auto focus on because it keeps going in and out. Alec is here. What's up, Alec? The log sacks that just flew by in the slideshows. Oh, seems like it could be part of the surreal world you're working on. Truth, yeah. I feel like, yeah, I forgot log sacks, exactly. That one was just, one of my actual weekly paintings, and I really liked the piece, and I can't remember why I did it at the time. There was something, I have notes on all this stuff, which I don't make notes about anything, so it was pretty awesome to be able to look back at that sometimes. Alec, how is the world treating you this fine day? This fine day. Drink your water. You right. Okay, just hold on a sec. I gotta get water. You're right, I know. Hydrate or dihydrate. I shall return. I'm just gonna step away. I'm not gonna do the little screen. Well, yeah, I will. I'll do this. Right back. Hey, look at that. Okay. I have water. I have drank the water. I have a big thing of water. Obnoxiously large. I like to call this a computer killer because if you put it anywhere near your computer, it's only a matter of time. It's like Russian roulette. It will dump a good half gallon into your computer, thereby frying it, of course. Alec is an artist. Tony is an artist. Tony is a musician and an artist. I suppose both are artists. Hydrate or dihydrate. Obi told me that one. I thought that was funny. Okay. Um, what was I gonna say? We were saying something. Gosh, I'm easily derailed. I have recently had my medication changed, so like I just forget stuff. Not forget stuff. I just space stuff. Let's. You know what? Here I was thinking I need to paint everything in the background first, because that's what you're supposed to do. Paint everything in the background and then work forward. This water is actually the foreground. Why am I painting it first? Let me cut it out so I can save it, though. That's what I'm going to do. I like most of this, so I'm just going to save a big stripe of it and lock it. So then I can paint what's under it pretty easily. And come back and kind of dial this in later. You guys, my chair is pretty busted. Like, it kills me. My butt, when I sit on it for any length of time. Let's paste this and lock it. It's just destroyed. It's killing me. Let us look up an ice cream scoop. A scoop of ice cream. Not an ice cream scoop, but a scoop of ice cream. Scoop of ice cream. And then I'm going to put it in my... If you guys ever use reference for anything, the PureRef is the name of this software. It has one purpose. That's it. Is to hold images for you to use as reference. So it's called PureRef. There is a special like texture to ice cream, and I kind of want to capture it, and it's kind of gonna be difficult. I need a good. Oh, that's a good one. Pretty much. Some of it drippy, some of it like gripped and. I don't even know how to explain it. So you just paste stuff into here and you can resize it really easily. It's it's like so easy to pan around in it and move it around. And the canvas size, as far as I know, is infinite. I'm sure you can bog it down, but it's not meant for anything other than just to look at. And then look at this waffle cone. This is the kind of edge that I was hoping to be able to do on the waffle cone. Not the other one, but this one. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. Oh, you've seen PureRef. Oh, it's so good. I didn't think it would be that big a deal, but I use it a lot. Just, yeah. In fact, I haven't saved this one. This is for the whales. Whales. Here, let me move this off here so you don't have to stare at that. Whales. Saving. Gosh, it's so good. Tony, I'm out of practice with Blender. I went in there. Does it look like this is melting upside down? Why do I feel like that looks like it's melting upside down? I'm supposed to be doing something in Blender this week, and I started it. 2 things in Blender this week. Holy smokes, I cannot figure out what I'm doing wrong. I'll have to inquire at some point. It's been too long. Okay, so there's this like quality, this knurly quality to where there's like peaks and ridges and stuff. So I have multiple scoops. Should I do multiple scoops? I think I should do multiple scoops. Every part of your art always hand painted, and do you ever composite other images into existing work? I used to. I always war with that because I feel like it's cheating, but it's totally not. Like if I took one of these things and I overlaid that texture onto it, it would be so much easier. And I've done that in the past, but I haven't in forever. I don't know why. It's a personal like struggle of mine that I want to be able to claim in my pride that I created this whole thing. You know, it's stupid. If I was really on a deadline and it was client work, I'd do it. And I don't think Betsy would mind. Betty, sorry, would mind if I did that on this piece, but I haven't done it on any of the previous ones, so I'm not gonna on this one. They changed something with Photoshop, and it's infuriating. It doesn't just sample the color immediately. The heck? When you're using a stylus. Okay, I don't like that one. Let me see if I can use this one. Yeah, photo bashing, photo compositing, or whatever you want to call it, is definitely a thing. Yeah, I know you do. I would never have gone back to Blender had you not talked about it. Okay, let's see. Look at this again. I'm gonna paint over this orca, right, Meow? Because it's... Why can't I paint over this orca? Like I said, sometimes Photoshop is freaking out lately, and it's nothing to do with like my system. Although they did increase system spec requirements recently. Look, it should be selecting that. It should be sampling that layer. What's going wrong? Do not make me use the actual eyedropper. See, I should be able to hit Alt. That's what I always do. And it will turn my brush into an eyedropper, but it is not doing that right now. So, why? Why? Okay. You go. Work on last minute prep before the D&D thing tomorrow. That's awesome. I hope you guys have a good time. Sort of jealous, but you're doing that stuff during the daytime. That kind of rules me out. Love you, bye. Okay, I just want to draw some stripes for now. This is not the right brush to be doing this with. Okay. Give me some of them stripes, make cavities into this thing, you know, carved out like little caves. If you think about it like it's a... I don't know, like a planet or something. Some of these... I kind of wanted it to be going horizontal, but these look like they're going sort of kind of vertical. Ooh. Okay. Clearly there are other textures. I need to make a mock-up in Blender of books. I've got the spine of the books done. I've got like the cover and even the back cover, but I probably won't need the back cover. Gosh, look at that. I can't freaking sample. And for some reason, well, I'd love it to look like pages. You know how a book, you know, you see the edge and there's a bunch of pages. I don't know how to accomplish that other than to try and look up better reference for it. Not reference, but textures. Let's do some semi-transparent work here. Whoa, my brush is huge. Really wanted an excuse to use this brush, and so I'm gonna manufacturing this yeah, an excuse. Yo.
Last night when you made a sandwich, where'd you put the bread?
It's in there. Look in the freezer too. There's probably more.
Because there was like an entire loaf yesterday when I went.
We can get pages with nodes. Now you're confusing me, and I love it. I want to be confused. I want to learn more about nodes. I've used nodes not for procedural stuff, but of course, for editing all the textures, materials and textures. So I'd love to see what you mean by that at some point, because yikes. I was able to use the fingerprint thing you gave me at one point, the idea of it. I couldn't find the actual fingerprint file you gave me to make something look like it was made out of clay. It was like, yes, I have just the right tool for this. Okay, let's make this look like it's really hidden, like it really folds over, like ice cream sometimes does. Like, it's got to have a shady bit under it. Shady ice cream. Kind of hope Betsy will come on the stream. She's been on before, and then she can give me the yay or nay on this concept. Nope, don't paint the background, dummy. Background I need to preserve as background. Let me just grub this guy out right quick. I don't know why I always add sky, like really real sky later. I just want to see how everything's working out before I do it. Hey, there's a new function. What the heck was that? Oh, if you alt-click the icon or layer, it takes you to that whole layer. Huh. Yeah, if I painted this close in, I'd kick myself in the face. Let's back out. My pure F. Now, I can't 100% use this as reference because I'm looking down into the cone of ice cream, whereas this one, I'm not looking into the cone. It's pretty much facing straight at me. I'm just going to draw this background in real quick. Just eradicate. If I get rid of the whole background here, then I'm able to like really start anew. I've made it through probably 4 or 5 hours of a painting before, and then realized my background is merged with whatever I'm painting, and it's just, I mean, it is enough to make you throw up because there's so much you have to do to extricate your foreground elements. So I'm heading that off at the pass. Pass. Heading it off at the pass. Material. Imagine adding noise to an image, then scale in one direction so that now you have lines of different distances and sizes. Then map to the original for depth. Oh, yeah. How would it curve around a corner? No, it would just follow around the corner because it's a material. It would just go yoink, yoink, and it would maintain. I think I get it. I will have to impress you by how quickly I get it. I will send you a thing. Color this in again. Back to this. Yeah, because I think I understand. Even though it's been a while, I stopped painting on the wrong layer. I'm going to go ahead and erase that part. I'm going to go ahead and fix this lower layer, and then I'm going to lock the layer so that I stop doing that. Okay, my eyedropper tool is working as intended again. Thank God. It's making me crazy. Let's merge these. Yeah, I haven't. I've been like probably the past 4 streams. I've been back into Photoshop rather than Clip Studio. It's just working for me right now. I'll get mad at it again and move on, or move back to Clip Studio. But for right now, okay. So this being the edge of the cone. So if I okay. If I paint background to foreground, I should paint the ice cream first and then the cone. Yes. True bug facts. The more I look at that one, I don't like it. Some of this can be smooth. Known bug for Photoshop? Well, I'm glad it's known. I really am, because sometimes I get frustrated and I try and report stuff and I wonder if anybody ever sees it. But hey, somebody's seeing it if it's a known bug. Let me flip this canvas again so I can see the imbalances. Whoa, I just flipped one part of it. Nope, let's flip the entire canvas, shall we? Shall we? Flip canvas horizontal, alright. If I make the cone, the waffle cone bit, stick up like so, it'll kind of fix some of that imbalance I feel there. Yeah. Stupid eyedropper tool. I mean, you get used to a certain workflow. Change it at your own peril. Okay, from a distance it's starting to look like ice cream. Get up close and it's not, but I guess that's the nature of this kind of illusion that we're trying to force upon people. I don't want it to be perfect though. I want it to be painterly. I'm not one of those guys that really searches for realism. I did that a few times with some of the pieces, that are rotating by on the slideshow, where I just really wanted to get so close to a photo. Why? Anymore? Why? Alright, let's try and get close to that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wow, that was loud. Why do I always choose such drastic light directions? I gotta stop that, because this is like the world, right? This isn't gonna be from one side or the other. Maybe I could. I don't want to make it look like it's, a noon photograph or anything, but I always choose such a directional, top corner down, and it's not, yeah, see that? Like the slideshow, that's very top to the That's obnoxious. Try and fight against it. Like when it's a really wide open world, got to stop. Got to. Let's do. What'd you make, Obi?
A sandwich.
Oh. Hmm. I ate a really late lunch and I am still starving. Not starving. Lord knows I'm not starving. I'm going to put some stark highlights in here and just work them down because right now I'm pushing around a tiny amount of paint and it's not achieving enough drastic looks. So let's go nuclear and then back off. Smudgy it around a little bit. Let's smudgy it around a little bit. I wish I could change that system sound. I've tried. You cannot. I would change it to something much less annoying. Smudgy, smudgy it around. You know, I think it's weird. I think that my painting style, my digital painting style is overly, this is a theory, overly, Obi sounds like a man. You sound like a man.
Why?
Well, no, you don't. No, I'm kidding. You,
I mean, hey, while playing games, I don't know if it's like some kind of mic thing, but people do think I'm like 18. I remember the one time when my mic really sucked in Phasmophobia. They're like, dude, when you got that crappy mic, you sound like 3 years younger. Like, you sound 15. And I'm like, I didn't say anything.
That's
Bro, it's
funny.
so funny.
Yeah, just let him believe. If it's important to you, let him believe.
That's nice.
That's nice. Okay, let's knock the opacity down a little bit. How about that? That sound. That's the sound. Why are you doing? Okay, so what I was saying is I think my digital painting style has been overly influenced by speed paints, watching people paint in time lapse. So I'm constantly moving in like weird frenetic motion. I don't like think, and it takes me a second to even try and do that. Like stop and really slowly move the brush around. I don't know that it's healthy. I've just noticed it. You know, I watch people paint in real time more than speed paints. A, because I learn more, and B, because I think it's breaking weird habits. Not bad, just it would be nice to be able to slow down. I get stuff done faster. Okay, I say let's flip this back the other direction. The direction I want it to actually live in. It'd be cool if there was a way to see the cone part kind of poke out over here some, you know, and have it really read as part of the cone though. So like the cone would have to do some jazz like this. It helps if my brush is 100% opacity. Oh, Steve is going crazy. Steve is my cat. You know, then it looks a little bit more like it's cradled in this cone. I like it when the cone is uneven across the top, just visually. I think it looks better. Looks a little brain-like, just a little. See, if this was my piece and I was working, you know, this is my like weekly piece or whatever, I would immediately switch gears and this would be a brain. And it would be gross, but it would be a symbol. I don't know why it would be a symbol. Sometimes you just do something, or I just do something. Okay, let's make this one of those melty bits. Steve. My cat Steve.
Fatty baby, please stop.
Yes.
Cease.
Has she been fed? Anyone fed Steve? I didn't. I'll have to ask Mom.
Garrett might have.
Garrett might have, yeah. Change chime sound. Windows key, type control panel, hardware and sound, tab, pick from the list. Steve, too loud. Okay, Windows. Okay, control panel. Let's do this. Because I thought I tried this before and it did not work. Hardware and sound. Wait. Yeah, hardware and sound. I can follow directions. Sound. Sounds tab. Wait, I thought I did this before. Windows default, modified, blah, 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 blah. It is modified. Stevia, shush. But what is the, what, there are all kinds of sounds here. Crap, which one is which? That's not it, but I do like that one. See that this no, don't like it. Don't like it. Pardon me while I work out my notification sounds. System notification? That. That's the one. Now I need to change it to the one I like that was like asterisk. It's very like, it's very, you know, chill. Nope, don't do that. Stop it. Not you.
Oh.
You're good. Sorry, I was talking to my Windows notification sounds.
Very confused.
Yes, I understand. Oh my gosh, how do I just test them, please? Alarms, notify. That's weird. Try system notification. That's what I'm in. Yes. Yeah. And then Windows change theme. I could change the whole theme? No. Window change theme. Window. System notification, baby. There was one that was just chill. It was just like super unassuming, because I wouldn't mind knowing that I'm doing something wrong, but okay, that's just really tiny. I'm doing that. From here on out, we'll see if it does that, because man, let's do, stop, Steve.
You're the worst.
Okay, that's the background. Let's not mess with that. Then there's, okay, this whole thing. I'm gonna label these. Don't make fun of me. Ice cream, and then this waffle cone. Turning over a new leaf. Labeling my layers. Thank you, Tony, helping me find that. That's so much better. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it actually picks up that change. Okay, so part of this, where's my pure ref? Okay, it can be kind of jaggedy. Good. That's a jaggedy bit. And then we'll, I'm just going to make, this is the waffle cone that sits above the water, the portion of it that sits above the water. Let me draw an edge on this otherwise. I have this really cool brush that's a triangle that I haven't used at all on this piece yet, because I've been using it forever. I've been using it so much lately. But I'll get to it. Actually, I might have done the initial sketch that way. Let's, oh, nope. Oh, I just switched to it. Okay, so the waffle bits are essentially squares. Thank you. The waffle bits are essentially squares. So if I draft these out, I can just chuck in some color, not color, but some tone real quick to see where I'm going with it. Do I want them to be big? Big. I think big. But they need to curve more. Probably take me a few attempts to really get right, but it'd be nice to get some lines down so I can see. It's gonna be cool to have a different texture like this on there. Really just a strange thing to paint. If I back way out, it's looking right. It's looking correcto. Getting close, not so much. It's okay. back in the day, being able to do a painting a week was basically a function of me just not having enough client work. And thinking, if I'm done with school, because I was in school at the time, if I'm done with school and I don't have any clients working with me right now, why don't I just do something to learn? And I learned a lot. If you check out the very first weekly painting I did was like a fish. Huge fish coming up out of the water, or rather just swimming through the water, and a tiny diver. And it was terrifying to me to paint it. I don't even know. See, at the time I was using DeviantArt, which is just so dumb now. I mean, not that it's dumb. Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds terrible to say. Let me see if I can find it. Fish are like a theme for me. Jeez. Let me copy this guy and just put it on the canvas. Whoa. Not even close to big enough. Fish are a theme to me. Look at that guy. I liked the idea that he was a fish and a bird at the same time. I have so many fish. I wonder if I even have it in here. Oh yeah, there's the big eel thing. That's in my slideshow. It's already. That's not something I have to. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, this guy was based on a piece of photography that I saw. And so I stuck pretty faithfully to it, except that I added a little bit more color, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, this is part of the abject fear. I think it's called thalassophobia, which is the fear of like deep water or open void, or I don't know, being eaten by giant koi fish. It was yikes. Oh, you are here. Oh my gosh, Inga, your name color is the same as Tony's color on my screen. So here I thought Tony was talking to me and saying it looks amazing. Thank you. That is really great. I'm glad, because I was just saying, I wonder if she's going to show up and give me a blessing of some kind. You probably haven't seen them. I'm going to hide those images. Let me hide these. So I'm going to have some of these whales. Okay, seriously, hide. Kind of swimming around it like this at the bottom. This was one of my original sketches. And there's, like I want to make an orca, like flipping over the top of it, and yeah. Kind of playful, like energy in all directions. But I've got to like do the big parts first. So thank you for stopping in and saying that. I can proceed with boldness now that I know. You always wonder. Look at that. Looks yummy. Cool. Part of the problem with the color coding of the chat messages. I don't know how many times I've done that. Answered a question for somebody totally different than what it's intended to be. And it's not like a theme thing that I can change. Perspective of being half submerged to, I know I'm trying to, like an iceberg, but it's completely different. Well, I mean, not completely different, but like more of an iceberg is usually below the surface, whereas this is kind of like above. And my original thought, and we'll see if I can pull it off, will be if I can make it look like the whales are flying if you flip it upside down, and the ice cream is the iceberg. We'll see. I don't know. I need to choose like positions of fins and all kinds of stuff, and it may not work upside down and right side up at the same time. But right now, that's an idea. That's like, I'll tell you, it's a goal. Aim high, right? And then if you fail, you at least, you're out there somewhere. Inspirational quote here. I can never remember that inspirational quote. Alright, excuse me for doing that. But it was such a, the sketch that you did of this, I was saying earlier that you did a nice sketch of this, and that you don't even need me, but it was more than a sketch. I shouldn't say a sketch. When I think of a sketch, I think of something that is very partially realized. It was a good concept. It was beyond that. Yeah, surrealism, yeah. You, all your stuff is surrealism so much so, and that's what makes it a fun project to do. It's not just a technical drawing. Okay, when it's down below the water here though, there's going to be less indication of the waffling. We were talking earlier about how terrifying Tony and I find open water, like especially if I was in it. I can't wait to see the whales and stuff in a certain manner like we've talked about, but I know I'll also be probably terrified is the word. Terrified. Because they're like so powerful and terrible. If I'm on a little boat, I don't know how that's going to work, honestly. I might just forego the little boat experience if that's the case. Like, let's go take pictures from shore or from the big boat of these amazing creatures. Okay, it's not covering that. Why is it not covering that? Doop, doop, doop. There we go. Oops. Seen whales many times. Oh, you always make everything look so well done. Oh, thank you. Amateur. I mean, have you? Yeah. I don't know how to differentiate between amateur and professional because it's all art and it's a spectrum and it's amazing. I've seen whales many times and haven't been eaten yet. But what if, and I was saying, you're on a boat, a little guy, like a normal sized boat, and one of them decides to like jump over you, because they never quite like jump and then just they would definitely land on you. It would be the giant elbow drop and horrifying. Oh, just the idea, you would be pancaked. Oh man. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do. Besides start screaming and swimming for your life. Let me get a smudgy tool. Smudgy, smudgerson, smudge. Sometimes smudging is the right thing right here. This kind of... need a bigger boat. Gonna need a bigger boat. That's what I was saying before too. Like growing up in the era of Jaws. Man, that was our like, you want to be scared type of movie. I still get the willies. Here's the thing, little known fact, I have no flight mechanism, none whatsoever. So I want to stand and fight. I see a spider and my first instinct is not to jump back. My first instinct is to smash it with like my hand or whatever. Oh, why did I do that? I just totally duffed that. So it would really, if I saw a shark, I would have this fight mechanism that, what are you going to do? You can't fight a shark. So yeah, I would have this war in my brain of the mightiest of water creatures to me, or a whale, I don't care. I know that they can't like eat you, like full on eat you. But it will be very cool to see them. I know it will be cool to see them. Stop! You cannot fight a shark. Here comes Obi with the bug facts. Punch him in the nose, and they run away. Gah! Can you really get a good punch going underwater? Like the force? And how do you practice that? Okay, from far away it looks pretty good. Push them away, then they investigate you. Really? Why would they investigate you? Man. I mean, really, why would they investigate you instead of just eat you? Big bees. So, little known fact, a bee's wings are... How's that go? The Bee Movie script immediately gets posted.
Okay, well.
Not that kind of bee. Okay, I don't hate this. This is working. I'm doing it all in tones of gray first. I always do these tones of gray anymore. I rarely just paint straight up into the actual color I'm going to use.
Its wings are too small to carry.
Its wings are too small to carry its weight. So basically, a shark's wings are too small to carry its weight. The shark movie script. Do they have a shark movie besides Jaws? One that is... You can't say Nemo, because that just did nothing for my fear of sharks. Those guys are creepy. I guess, I don't know. According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should... the memes have arrived. The memes. Next, Shrek. And then I ban you from the chat.
I was about to do it as soon as you said.
Just posting links left and right. I like to back way out like this because I'm like, yeah, you got it, and then you get close and it's not quite as good. But let me get rid of some of this water. No, let's keep the water. You know, how humpback whales have a little like fin on the top. I never even think of that. Where's my reference? No, did I get rid of my reference? There it is. They got a little fin. See that guy right there? A little fin, right on the top. I mean, do they really need that? That's crazy. That little fin right there is probably the size of a motorcycle, but it looks like a little fin. Ooh, this one's got a little bit more pronounced fin. Man, what's on their faces? Are those barnacles? Crazy. See, this one is freaky to me, but I can see the bottom. This one, oh man. Okay. According to all known laws of physics, yeah, I can't.
Tried.
I can't. Okay, my notification sound hasn't happened in a little bit. So I'm like, did I really fix it? Did Tony help me and have it actually work? Gonna need a bigger boat. Does he say gonna need a... Oh, there it is again. Son of a... Let's go back in there. Sound. I hate that noise. It is so jarring. Ever since I switched out of... See, this is the sound I actually want it to be. See. That? I don't mind that. That still says you're doing something wrong, and you should probably fix it, but it doesn't just beat you over the head with the freaking notification. So system notification. Okay, let's see if that... It's not my favorite, but I can't find the other one. Wait. Can you put your own sounds in here? Could I put like R2-D2 sounds in here? That'd be pretty sweet.
The
Windows balloon wave, yeah?
I'm not sure if this is actually modifiable. You might need a... It used to be, but I think they locked it down. You might need a program that can unlock it.
Because that's really... Tony sent me in this direction.
Yeah, and
Let's
I'm trying
see.
to look into this myself, and I just could not get it to work.
Nope, it's not doing it.
It's weird. It's like, oh yeah, totally. It changed, and then it just doesn't change.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. It's like I am system admin boy. So if I am system admin boy, it should be working. Windows speech recognition, not a thing. File Explorer, don't care.
Microsoft doesn't trust you with your own computer.
No, they don't trust me with my own computer. That's not it. New fax notification. Thank God there's no faxes in my life. Yep, I don't know. It ain't. It actually is not changing it.
This picture, it's doors.
All right, let's grab.
Those doors are
Let's
fun.
try and get this flattened out a little bit with
It's like a square, and then you
this.
oh,
I want it to be smoother in some parts than others because a scoop of ice cream is ridged in some places, very smooth in others.
this dude is making a door cube.
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
You should do this at one point.
That is definitely an eraser that I just used.
It's pretty good.
Stop being weird.
Sliding doors, like the ice level of doors. Slippy sliding and everyone hates them.
No, for real, every ice level ever in a video game has been the worst thing ever. Think of one that you actually enjoyed playing besides Chips Challenge. Not acceptable answer. That is the best game ever made. Fight me. I've made it through hundreds of levels of Chips Challenge and have not seen the end. Maybe it was just like 100 and something actually. It's been a long time, but that is a heck of a good game. And if you don't think so, it's because you don't know what you're talking about. If you listen to any given lo-fi beats station anywhere, you eventually hear the same ones. Can somebody please make completely new ones in a playlist and then not put certain ones in that you've heard a million times? Okay. I might have to bust out the airbrush tool, and I hate the airbrush tool. I don't like it because there's no texture to it. It looks too digital. Time for me to go find my triangular brush, not a marker pen. This is an elliptical brush. This is a soft round. Oh, actually, that might be a good one for this. Never mind, I'm good. I got it. No, this needs to smooth out a lot more. Sometimes it's just the right tool. Oops. Kind of an airbrushy thing. I used to actually do airbrush painting. Actual airbrush back 90s, early 2000s, mostly 90s. I spent a lot of money getting that rig up and going. It was just like this dream. And I sat in the basement of my parents' house in this, like, the area was too small for me to stand up in. I would bump my head if I stood straight up in it. And there were spiders everywhere. But I overcame my fear because I could spray with that thing just endlessly and not worry about anyone choking and dying. I should have worn what do you call it? Respirator more. So I wouldn't worry about like anybody's. Didn't have to worry about anybody's health, and I didn't have to worry about the walls. So it was perfect. In fact, if you go down in the farm to this day, in the basement, you'll see all of these old marks that I made. All these old paints that I was trying out and mixing and spraying on the walls. It's a real walk down memory lane. But I really don't like to go down there. Spiders. Yeah, I think this is one of the songs that like you hear on everybody's playlist of lo-fi beats. Ugh, so tired of it. Get me a general brush that is this. I fall back into old workflows so quickly working with Photoshop. Because when I did all those weekly paintings years ago, it was all in Photoshop. I didn't have any specialized software. Okay, at some point, okay, the blob of ice cream, the scoop rather, they don't call them blobs of ice cream. Stop. The scoop of ice cream melts out over here, but then the actual waffle cone takes over and goes over the rest of it here. Like this is now the ice cream is behind the waffle cone, and I'm kind of having a hard time depicting that and getting it to be sort of readable. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like this one, it actually has a shadow here, and then the shadow dies off. I thought that would be enough. It is not. Let us switch. flip canvas. Sometimes it's neat to work on something upside down too. Or rather beneficial, not just neat. That's another one of those songs. Let's see, let's choose a different one. This one could be cool, but like some of them are... Why does it say they're explicit? They're supposed to be beats. Maybe there's words to some of these. Nope, sounds like there's going to be words already. That might be a little too annoying for me. Nope. I don't want lyrics sometimes. It's even worse when I'm like coding something. Let's see, stream. Stream beats. It's a different one. There's one called Demon. I bet you that one's not relaxing at all. Not that I need it to be relaxing, but... Maybe if I do this really stark like that. Uh, 26 people showing up with Eric. Wow. My raid notification is off the chain. Wow, that was loud. Super surprising. Hey, thanks. I hope your stream was awesome. You showing up afterwards and dragging your friends here. Man, you're great. So, yeah, hi guys. If you don't know who I am, sometimes I hang out in Eric's feed and just watch him draw rather, because, you know, he's inspiring. So I'm kind of in the same little bit of a, hey, JM's here too. Thank you. Surreal awesomeness. I appreciate it. This is a painting I'm doing for a poem for somebody. So client work, but fun client work. Painting water and stuff. So yeah, I jump on and do a whole lot of drawing and sometimes painting. And Eric, I really appreciate you bringing people by. That is lots of fun. So yeah, if you feel like hanging out and watching a different kind of guy, sometimes I'm on when Eric's not on, obviously. And we can hang out and talk about drawing and painting and all that jazz. You're pretty incredible. Let's see, who else? Did I miss somebody? Unholy Notes. That's a great name. It's sort of scary, though. When I think of an unholy note, it's either an unholy note that's written down and it's like the Necronomicon, or it's unholy notes like music, and then it's like, I don't know if that's actually better. Yeah, I see, like, okay, I'm going to click on this. Let me see here. Yeah, that's a pretty great icon or emote. Unholy 64 fire. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. It's good art. JM, things are going pretty good. I just got rated by a streamer friend of mine, and so I'm pretty excited. Yeah, it's been a decent morning already. I've done quite a bit of work on this, and the client actually showed up, maybe even still in the stream, to tell me that it's a-okay. She's it's thank you. Yeah, it's coming along, and the trick is, I have all these really, the crap that I have on my computer. Where is it? Okay, so I have reference here for these whales. I can't wait to actually do the whales, but I gotta wait and do the background and move forward. But I got all these pictures also of water. And we were talking about how terrified I am of water. Tony, who's in the chat, was saying, yeah, Cho'Gath. Wait, Cho'Gath. No, from, what are we talking about? You mean in my cup, in my jar? Cho'Gath's red, and he's got a big body. Or are you thinking maybe that skeleton in my slideshow thing? I don't know what that was. I was talking earlier about how I did a painting every week back in the day. It was a weekly painting, and I kind of forced myself to do it, and I had a Patreon, and people would contribute and get behind the scenes stuff. But that was one of them. And I just did what I wanted to in these things, and it was so liberating, and I learned so much. Yeah, the scrolling image in the top right. It was like bones and whatnot. There is a Cho'Gath skin. We're talking about League of Legends right now. Those of you who don't know, Cho'Gath is, right? That's from League of Legends. Is Cho'Gath from League of Legends? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Verified. I used to play Cho'Gath, and now you know what I'm thinking? Cho'Gall. He's from World of Warcraft. It's different. Kind of looks like that. Lurkin, hey, thanks for the lurk. Grab some foods. Eat slow. Enjoy. Yeah. There is a skin, and I think I actually have it for Cho'Gath. I've noticed this about me. If I play a game, I'm going to go for, at least from the beginning, I'm going to go for the absolute chonkiest boy I can play. And you can get chonky. In fact, your player model can actually get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I kind of like, yeah. I kind of like just playing the big chonky boys. And he was one of them. Jurassic skin, yes. And I think I got mine randomly at one point from something. It's been a while since I've played League of Legends. Honestly, there's just, the toxicity sometimes makes me freaking die. And in the past, I was definitely part of the problem. I can recognize. I would say some pretty horrible things. League of Legends was bad for my everything. Let me turn my music down a hair. Hey, if the music volume is good, then tell me. If bad, then tell me. But especially if bad, then tell me. Especially. Jam, we're supposed to talk today. Today is meeting day, right? I think we're supposed to talk today. About stuff. It looked like, okay, the edge of the cone, and then the ice cream drips over the top of it. See, I wanted it to look like it was dripping into the water and making it splash up like that. Rip. That's a good one. We got some pretty good emotes. I dig it. Rip. Okay, it's got a helmet. Wait, I like that helmet. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I can't get close enough. That's fun. That's fun. I like robots and monsters, so like when I see that kind of like fantasy stuff, I dig it. All right, I think sometimes I turn off a layer to see if that works. I think it's an improvement. Before, after. So then I just commit the change by whamming all those together. I can move on, make it more realistic. But dwelling in Photoshop lately has been refreshing, and I just fall back into those nice old work habits. I'll get mad at Adobe again, and I'll jump over to my Clip Studio. But until then, Adobe is really ticking me off with some of the stuff they've done lately. So I guess I have to get really mad at them. They made it so that, like, you have to change out actual hardware to get compliant with some of the video editing stuff. Not compliant, but make it so that it actually doesn't have a system conflict. It's highly annoying. Which is why I moved to a new computer. when Eric typed crumb so many times with all of the logos and the emotes in between, it just all I can hear is crumb, crumb. I don't know why. I've never thought of this before, but if you chant my last name over and over in like an orcish tone of voice, it can actually be pretty frightening. What's the name of the big battering ram from Lord of the Rings? It was like Grom or something. Yeah. Or Crom, you know, if you're a fan of, what is that? Conan the Barbarian? Yes, it is. I've never prayed to you. Yes, exactly. Thank you. That is what I'm talking about. JM, you get me. You get me. Well done. Conan. Little Conan in the feed. Gron, the hammer of the underworld. Thank you. Gron. Morgoth's hammer. Leave it to JM to come with the knowledge. Yes. I have an audio book version of the Silmarillion somewhere that one of my friends sent me, and I need to get busy because that is a lot of information that I barely retained when I read it in the past. We're in the presence of greatness, because Defogie in the chat right now is an author of role-playing game books, and I have one coming along. It should be, I don't know when it actually is going to come. I'll get a notification. It's called Jackals. It's Bronze Age role-playing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually got to play briefly for a little while with JM himself being the game master. And it was fun. We had to do it virtually because he doesn't live anywhere near me. Alas, we used to live much closer. And it was just, yeah, I was right. Okay, I'm getting better at the pitch. But yeah, they send you a signed book. A signed book plate? What's a book plate? Help me. Yeah, I've known so long. And actually there's 2 books right now and a 3rd coming out. Oh, he's pretty big stuff. He's big in Japan. I say that joking, but he may be. Are you big in Japan? Basically a label. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Good. I just never heard it called that before. Hey, if we ever get out of this here depression, maybe we'll go to a con again together, and we'll share a booth. And I will draw things, and you will sell things. And people will think we're actually teamed up when we really just want to be hanging out and talking the whole time. I want to be one of those guys that draws at the booth. And people can come up and say, I want you to draw Deadpool riding a unicorn, eating a burrito, and sign it to Horatio. Yeah, I know, right? Unholy gets it. Would be so nice. No, I got invited to be... I don't even remember what it was. It's like a keynote speaker, but for artists. At one out in Wyoming. Right before it, everything went to crap, and they canceled it. It was very sad. Sad. Okay, that's looking like ice cream, maybe. We will someday. I would like Deadpool riding a Deadpool with a burrito for a helmet. And I want him to be shouting maximum effort, but can you please translate that into Klingon? Then I'll Google it. Anime Matsuri was the last con I went to. Where's that? I don't know Anime Matsuri. I just found out we have an anime store in town, and like it's called an anime store. I don't know what that means. I imagine they sell videos and stuff, and have various paraphernalia and manga, but I've never been in there. I'll have to go in. Right now, I don't know if they are actually open for business. Houston. Oh, yes. I have never been to. Well, I've been through there. I was a child, and we drove straight through. Hydrate or dihydrate. 1 second. I'm turning down the volume. Oh, no, I was going to turn down the volume, but if I change the volume, I'm just going to turn it off so I don't drink right into the mic because I find it disgusting and I can't be the only one. ASMR. Hey, thank you, JM. Think it looks like ice cream? I think it looks like ice cream. It's all about these weird little ridges and stuff. And then I go look at my reference and I'm like, oh, jeez. That's a reference for a whale. That's a reference for the ice cream. I still think that this one right here looks like it's upside down. Like it's dripping upside down. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. Chat about the comic. Yeah, we do. Let me get my cards done and out the door. I'm excited. Got some stuff happening. Hopefully this week I'm having a meeting about the cards. For an elite tier of card packages that are going to be going out, and we have to pair them up with. I have to choose a whiskey, which I think I already have one, based on. It's a local whiskey, and it's a really good one supposedly. I want to try it, but it's based on. They said, okay, give us this place to start. What kind of whiskey do you like? I said Nob Hill. They're like, okay, cool. We have one here in Wisconsin that will fit that. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully meeting this week. But this elite tier is going to have like the deck, whiskey paired with it. And if you don't drink whiskey, there's going to be an excellent coffee, also local. We're making decisions. Signal boost. Signal boosted. I appreciate that. Being, as famous as you are. Go look up Jackals if you haven't seen, if you like Bronze Age role playing. If you don't like, there's not a whole lot of Bronze Age role playing. Don't go there if you like it because it doesn't exist. It exists now. And it's better than if it would have existed elsewhere. Okay, so I'm not great at the pitch. I signal boosted. My signal boost is less effective, I think. Unholy, are you a streamer with your excellent emotes? Are you a art streamer? I guess is what this is your chance. This is your chance to say what the heck you do. Giving you permission, because it's bad form generally to talk about your own stream on other people's streams, unless they're like me and don't care. Shouldn't say I don't care. That sounds awful. I don't care. I could check out I could click on you and go and find you, but currently I don't want another window open. I'm gonna need a musician out there to make new lo-fi beats so we can all stop hearing the same things. Come on now. This is your chance. Wow, I didn't realize I was using that rough bristle brush. That explains a lot. Awesome. No, that's good. I'm glad I was able to achieve some of that look with that. Ooh, what color should I make this ice cream? If the sky is blue and the water is blue-green... Actually, trick question. What color is the sky? The sky is not blue, people. Check this out. I'm going to make a fool of myself if this doesn't work. Sky. I'm going to find a picture of sky. Watch, somebody will have, like, edited the crap out of this. I just want an actual picture of sky. I go to a website called unsplash.com. Free. Awesome quality photos. Downloading the third one on there because it's a whole lot of sky. I'm going to show it in the folder. Watch this. Drop it on the Photoshop. It will open it. If I sample the sky, look at how much more it tends towards the blue green, guys. It lives really, it starts to become more and more green. Crazy. If you just like do straight up blue, it looks a little bit artificial. I think that when people do that when they edit photos, let's see, a highly edited photo. God, there's a few of them. Ooh, this one's kind of nice. Ooh, I'm gonna have to figure out clouds and all kinds of stuff when the time comes. But painting more towards the green will help the sky. But I need to figure. Okay, so what I was saying was, if there's a whole lot of blue, having more something towards the orange will make it really pop out. I think it'd be cool. Oop, don't paint that. Don't. Stop. Sometimes I grab a pure white and I regret it later, but I'm going to do it right now and it'll be okay. Try never to use pure white or pure black. I think I will wind up doing like a orange. I have this back waffle cone thing. See how it's behind there? That'll make it easier. Now normally if this was like an actual iceberg sticking out of the water, I would have to paint some of its edges a little blurrier, and I would have to, like, it's called atmospheric perspective. But since I want it to feel like something you can reach out and touch, and I want it to feel enormous at the same time, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to add that atmospheric perspective. And honestly, that might be all it takes for that part to work. Whoops, I just totally... Man, I really do appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. Isn't Eric awesome though? Those of you who are still in the feed, are still here with me. Eric is incredible. It was like one of the first art streamers I checked out. Probably the third one. And the other two were just drawing anime stuff. So it was like, But he had some variety, and that's why I kind of hung out for a while. Utterly inspiring. I actually tried that software that you use, Eric, and I cannot get it to work just yet. You have settings in there that I do not have. Some kind of settings. Okay, there's my wave of water. Wave of water. Dare I try and do a whale right now? At least get a little bit closer on the whale. Because right now, this whale's shape is borked. Oh, we gotta switch back to the way I wanted it. I had my DeviantArt open earlier, trying to find some pictures that I did, and I didn't realize how many I had done in the past of fish. I do a lot of fish, I guess. Okay, so a whale's body, humpback whale in particular, is what she wanted. Kind of does, it's an actual S curve, and so I felt stupid for doing this. because I was doing this out of memory, but it does have an S kind of S curve to it. Crazy. And I'm using black here only because I need it to be super contrasty. I will back way off on this. Just eradicate that because I'm pretty sure I have the eye in the wrong place and everything. JM and I are working on a comic together that is very strange, and I told him, if we're going to do this, we're only going to have fun doing it. I mean, like, if we're not going to have fun, then we have to figure out why we're not having fun and then fix that. But I had to back off on that because I had a whole lot of client work to do, even some client work I had to do with JM on different projects. Okay, I almost called them wings. What are these? These fins. I look like they're too small. I need to make them go way out more. And they do this. And they're lumpy and weird. I was going to make one sticking down like that. I think that would be confusing. Like that other one. Well, we'll hold off on that. So one of its fins, if I measure with like my pen, one of its little fin things is a fin's length away from its nose. So how do I do that? How do I determine where it starts? If it starts there, then this fin has to get bigger. I really think it's not supposed to start there. It's supposed to be closer. Choose the front. They're huge, huge. Let's use closer to white. They got like a shark's fin, but it's not a shark's fin, obviously. It's just a dorsal fin. Got a weird big eye too. Their mouth does awesome things like yoink. That's a little too much. Yeah, the last I worked on that comic, I asked you to rewrite something, and then I never touched it from there. I haven't read the rewrite. Oh, wait, no, their mouth goes all the way up like this. Okay, gotta find a different picture of a whale to see what the hay is up with their mouth. Let's look on Unsplash. Whale. I can spell whale. Ghostly whale. What's the weird irony of looking... Oh, wow. For a whale on Unsplash. Okay, check this out. This picture right here. Imagine if you were a boat right here where you'd be dead. What if it chose to jump near you? It would just splat you into the water. Nope. Nope. I do. I have fears. I have fears. Oh, there's Batman. Okay. Let me use this. Their mouth goes way up in strange places. And it goes next to their mouth. strange. Okay, I shouldn't be working on the details. What am I doing?
Kidding.
Yo,
Look at this whiteboard drawing.
who did that?
Some dude named the Sea Rabbit.
That's pretty great.
It's
Drawing
a-
on a... Oh, it's huge.
Oh yeah.
Drawing on a whiteboard sucks because you smear it so much.
Yeah, that's all he does. He only
Ugh.
draws on whiteboards.
That's crazy.
It is
Looks
pretty,
great.
It's pretty neat. I would send you it, but he talks over the entire thing.
Yeah. Things can be... Yeah. He talks or...
He talks.
Yeah.
Like,
Like my YouTube videos where I talk over the whole thing.
this was also in his college dorm.
So he has... Yeah. It's hard for me to sit next to... To go next to a whiteboard and not draw something.
Yeah, the janitors erased it and now he's mad at them.
Something doesn't look right with my whale. I think it's too thin across here, so... They have kind of a... What am I getting wrong? I'm going to color this whole thing in with white on the top. I'm not going to keep it white. I need to see that edge. And I don't want to actually draw it because lines, I will have to eradicate lines later because it's a painting, not a drawing. What am I getting wrong here? Yeah, it looks like crap. Let's see. Part of my... Oh, I hate that so much. I gotta get rid of this whole background area right here because I'm gonna be working right over the top of it. See, they got like a... That shape. Nah, not... Maybe the nose is part of the problem? I'm getting closer here. Snout, nose, whatever. Does a whale have a snout or does a whale have a nose? I may have to take a break. I have been hydrating too much. Not to put too fine a point on it. It's a little better. A little better. Eh. I keep thinking I've drawn a whale before. Or painted a whale. Maybe it was a different kind of whale. There's this artist I like named Jake Parker, who does kind of graphic novel stuff a lot more, kids books, graphic novels, that kind of thing. And he has a book called crap, I forget. It's coming out soonish. It's a graphic novel. Skyheart, I believe. Skyheart. And he has whales, these cool humpback whales, and they fly. They're like air whales. It's really cool. Major mode of transportation for people in this world. It's neat. I just love the look of them. So like you would put they're not huge like this too, not as big. Put like a saddle on them and go. I think it's Skyheart. Looks like an upside down. Okay, this is dumb. Check this out. You won't be able to unsee this. It's a smiling fish or a dog. I'm gonna give it teeth. Hold on. Watch this. Give me this. I'm so stupid for doing this. Okay, here we go. Teeth. 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 Anime gleaming eye things. There. It's perfect. Done. Looks smiley. Perfect. This is my problem. Okay. I see stupid stuff. Okay, let's... Now I can't unsee that. Jet for a bit. Yeah, chat with you later today. Thank you for stopping by. You're awesome. Oh. It's kind of helping to have this mouth a little bit better drafted out. Maybe that was part of the problem. RTX off.
I'm like typing and then I accidentally hit the enter button. Dang, dude. Now it's ruined. I give up.
RTX off. This is my RTX off.
No, I was gonna put the
Yes, that looks like RTX off versus RTX on. That's like a meme going around right now. I've seen a few places. Weird, wrinkly faced kind of. Not wrinkles, but you know, like big creases. And their fins have these big knobs on them. I wonder if there's a purpose to that. Yeah, let's just do a series of them. That's what happens when you try and draw on a locked layer. I just really need the shape right now. Oh. I keep finding spots where I had missed and still seeing through to the background. Also, I'm getting hungry. Hey there. Hey there. How was planning? Good. Hopefully you got awesome. Just got done and just got awesome. Had some chatters. Hey, wait, yo, you were doing it on stream. That's neat. A homebrew race to the cause. Oh, nice. Donated a homebrew race. Nice. What type of race? Or is that proprietary information? Need to know. I'm not clear to know that. Alchemican. Whoa. I like it. Having pretty early in the stream too. Alchemican is cool. Does it come with yeah, is it intended for like D&D? What is this? Oh, that's that. .5e homebrew, it is. That's awesome. You back? We were talking shit behind your back. You'll have to watch the VOD to see. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Every once in a while get lucky to have a piece of actual paying work where I get to paint. Or the trick, the trick is going to be making this look like that deep water, when really, I mean, maybe it's way easier than I think it's going to be, because it's just blue gradients, I guess. Underside of water acts like fabric too. Yeah, you can see that where it kind of ripples. That's the hardest part for me right now. I started it, and having not really done it that much before, kind of really having to study it. When I was violating the rule in painting is the stuff in the background gets done first, or at least very highly realized. Otherwise you're gonna have to painting right up against something to try and get that nice edge. I've done the whole like whale in the foreground like crap. I never painted the background. So now I have to try and draw up against it. You can't draw through, and ugh. So stuff in the background needs to be done a lot. Become more realized earlier. Oh yeah, we get to have a tail poking up out of the water somewhere over here. Yeah, the underside of water actually. Yeah, oh, I just read that same thing. It's funny. Differing colors make me think I haven't read something before. Height, my Pogzilla. That's my newest emote. I love that we can change them kind of easily and kind of fast. I need to know what the tail of a whale looks like. Oh, that's pretty good. So it goes sideways, not like a shark that goes this way. I'm just going to do this for now. I don't even know if that's the right proportion. Slapper rather than a slicer of a tail. Yeah, if you like nailed, oh my gosh, I just keep coming back to that. The abject terror of being in the way of a whale when they decide to get playful and jump up out of the water, elbow drop your boat. People that swim with whales just have guts, man.
I would do it.
I'm sure you would. You like to swim too. They like swimming with a whale. Good God. What if they like accidentally ran into you? They look like they're moving really slow, but man, the ocean is a terrifying place. I refuse. I just refuse. Yeah, earlier on in the stream, I was talking to Tony, and we were saying the same thing. Like, no, that's just horrifying. You have nothing. You have no power. None. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that's getting there. It's one of those things where I'm gonna have to sleep on it and see, but so far I think I'm happy with it. Yes, I'm glad you think so. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you. Kinda, yeah. You know how it is. You're an artist. You get to draw on something, and you're like, is this even working? Am I even good at this? Should I just go work at Menards? Menards is like Home Depot out by us. Not that there's anything wrong with Menards. I've often thought that actually having a day job and then doing creative stuff at night would be a superior approach. I'm going to work on this wave layer for a second because whoops. That's not an eraser. That's just a straight up brush. Damn it, I want a Sunday. I live for a Sunday. I was saying this is my birthday month because I want a birthday month. No, I always say that. I always joke. And so like I've been eating no sugar. It's just a thing that we've done kind of our family just for it's been a little while, but now that it's my birthday month, I feel entitled to a cake. I feel entitled to some ice cream. It is going to happen. Cannot live without it. It's not true, but it's how I feel. I have this really cool brush and I have no idea where it went. It's literally, it's the shape of a triangle and I use it all the time when I'm painting now. But I'm afraid I renamed it. Now I can't find it. And I got to kind of like select it and then hover it out around the... Wait, is it in this? No. I have too many brushes. Players make their own... if any other players make their own art, I'll also be showing those too. Oh, really? One of my players is drawing their own character. Yeah. Showing it on stream when finished. That's great. I love character art for role-playing games. It's just fantastic. By the way, help you get Stinger sometime this week. Oh yeah, come some kind of like animation in between, you know, like animation that, yeah. I understand what you mean. That would be good. Did you make yours? I can't remember. Well, I imagine we'll talk about it. There it is. I'm gonna rename it right now. Rename brush. My triangle brush. That's it. Yo.
I've looked it up, and whales do not, or are not able to swallow people.
They cannot swallow
you? The
you?
ones that can are sperm whales because they swallow giant squid.
Ugh.
But they don't. Like, they've never had any record of one ever causing any even damage. The only remote close thing is a sperm whale did ram into and sink the whale ship Essex in 1820.
That's horrifying.
I also looked at other things. Whales,
But they have teeth.
There's been no whales, like whale killing incidents. Even killer whales, which are seen super dangerous. In the wild, they just don't attack people.
In the wild, in captivity,
there's been four casualties to them.
Really? That's pretty low.
The same whale caused 3 of them.
Oh, that's somebody should do something about that whale.
He was apparently a very popular whale.
Yeah. Yeah, Alec, I'm down. They are neat. I remember the.
So they're pretty sick.
I don't care, man. It's the feeling. You know? It's just like you can be told that a spider can't hurt you. You know, this spider, it is not deadly in any way, and it probably won't even bite you. It's a daddy long legs. And if it's crawling on you, you will still have the impulse to destroy it.
Dude,
Just about
spiders
guarantee
are
it.
a different case. They're actually sane.
Same, agreed. Yeah.
Like, they had, like,
No, there's no way.
there's Puka Maguka.
It's not about if they do, it's that they could. Obi's saying they can't.
They can't. They literally can't. Only toothed
Swimming-
whales can.
Only toothed whales can hurt you. Like, can even put you in their mouth. You won't even fit. I don't care.
And even if you were to, they would swallow you, die in the process, and you would probably just suffocate in your stomach.
Okay, but what you're saying is they can then.
They can, but they
Okay,
won't.
that's it. That's all we need to know.
They won't.
That's all we. What if it was on accident? They
There
didn't
has
know.
been no records.
They didn't know.
ever.
The Bible has a story about a fish that ate a dude, and it was probably a whale.
Dude, there is.
You saying
no
the Bible's not real?
records.
Bible's not real now, huh? No,
They
kidding.
only eat. Like, the only reason we can say that they could swallow us is because they swallow giant squid.
I'm smaller than a giant squid. Yeah, Scary's right.
It's cool.
Finding Nemo is the scariest movie. The scene when they come up out of the whirlpool and the whale comes up from behind them. Yeah, that is. Okay. That is super nerve wracking. Seeing that whale didn't mean to eat him. Stupid freaking. Yes, Obi, say hi.
I was gonna hold on. Let me just. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm like
wow, I
trying to
just, like-
adjust it. Peace.
Sometimes then you just have to switch the camera around. You see my, can you even see my desk? This is all my paints and stuff. It's horrible. I have such junk all over the place. Whoa, hey, whoa. I need like an automatic swiveling thing that I could just swivel my camera around for like the 2 times I ever want to do that ever. My daughter said that there's some store out by her that has oil paints for $3 a tube, and they're not crap. They're like Winsor and Newton. So I wonder if I should just buy a whole bunch of them. I haven't painted in oils in forever, but partly because it's very expensive. Alex says, hey. He just walked into the other room. But yeah, oils are super expensive. Yeah. Man, so much fun. I don't have any of my stuff from when I was in art school because I bailed so hard and then just left everything there. And I got, like 20 years later, my professor actually hit me up and was like, do you want any of this stuff? I've kept it all. I'm retiring, so I'm not going to use it for examples no more. I'm like, wait, you were using my stuff as an example? And then I'm like all riding high. And I did not go get it because I'm an idiot. I just want to see if it holds up. Like, would I still like it? Because I think I liked some of my pieces back then. I had the audacity to like some of my pieces. I play this game recently. I've been playing this game way too much, called Sea of Thieves, and you're a pirate. We just joke, we call it pirate game, but you kind of, you're a pirate. You go around, you sail ships, and you try and sink other ships and you freaking try and just, destroy these giant megalodon sharks. It is way too fun. And then there's a whole lot of PvP, player versus player, in it. But the thing that freaks me out most is you fall out of your boat, out of your actual sailing, your ship, and you're in the water and it looks like this, and it actually raises like those feelings of panic in me. Yeah, for real, it happens. And you're like, if you fall out and you're fighting like the megalodon, you might as well just, you would need those paddles to shock me back to life or something. It was the worst. But I've only fallen off once like that and seen the meg, and it was a little too much. Yeah, I'm saying it's horrible. Why did I do this? I need to do this right. I need to keep this layer separate from all the other layers so I can paint underneath it and I won't kick myself later. I need to paint on this layer. See how I can paint up under that with impunity? Okay, that works. I use this kind of crazy shaped brush because it makes me give up on like all the little fiddly details. Now is not the time to doing fiddly details. So using, a square or a triangle. Just big creatures. I got that feeling from playing Shadow of Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus. I don't think I know that one. I feel like maybe I've heard of it. I am not that well versed in all the video games. All of those games that the young people play. No, it just depends. There are so many freaking games out there. There is there it is. See that little thing? I've been trying to find it, right? I'm going to zoom in on it. This little guy right here. I want it gone. Oh, wrong layer. There it is. Like, what is this line? It's making me crazy. Okay. Now I can lock that layer again. Stop it. Did you see, Tony? I can't get that stupid system alert noise to work. Beginning to believe it can't be done. We do not have the technology. Cool. All right. Now I can leave that layer alone for a second. Like elephants? Did you ever been around an elephant, Tony? They're kind of enormous. I think I'm not as afraid of them. I don't know why. And it totally should be. They're amazing. Evidently hippos are vicious. Just awful creatures. I've heard that somewhere. You heard it. It's frustrating. Stupid freaking sound. Alright, let me look at my reference again. Not that reference, but... Oh. These reference. See, when you're really close to the water, you see all a bunch of more detail than I want to be showing, but... Oh my gosh, look at all those sharks. Earphones, yeah, from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, those things are devastating. They have Games Workshop has a model of that I thought would be cool to own and kind of paint and put together. Oh, I was working on the water. I'm like, why am I looking at this? Okay, that's what I'm doing. Much smoother sometimes, lines. Okay, so I can get kind of thick with parts of it. Yeah. Trying to balance it out. Oh my gosh. It's bathroom time. Be right at the back. Sorry about that. It's gotta happen. Man, okay, sweet. I'm back. Been running my own campaign on D&D for a party of 6. Really fun. Oh, yeah. A lot of work. 6 is a lot. Called the prize winners, and it starts kind of like Willy Wonka. That's awesome. I can totally see that. Prize winners. That's incredible. Yeah, party of 6 is a lot, though. In my opinion. It starts to get very, very intense. I gotta get rid of this whole shape back here. I mean, so much to keep track of. Have they split the party on you yet? Have they, some people gone one way, others went the other? Because that's the worst. Then you just start killing off characters left and right. I'm kidding. This weird white line on the edge of here is driving me crazy. Players all get access to super powerful magic items at level 1. Been very interesting to try and balance CR with the power they wield at their HP, because you don't want the monster to come in and just deck them. You know, they might have something that will deck a monster, but what if the monster actually gets a hit, scores that hit? Eliminated, deleted character. Oh, please don't do that. Stop. Oh, I did it again. I totally did the wrong layer. Watch this though. I'm able to tear this out. And then put it down here on the layer that I intended it to go on. I don't know why I'm saving it. It's not like it's that amazing of a paint. Boom. All right. No missions yet, just training and leveling at Willy Wonka's dojo. That's awesome. Yeah. Tony has run a game for me before. It was fun. It's always fun. Big old nerds. I'm going to have to at some point start grappling with the color aspect of this, but no, it's not yet. Not ready. It's going to do like an orca down here. And then another whale coming around. And then one orca was going to be jumping up over the top of this. In fact, I have an early sketch. Yeah, there's an early sketch. And there he is. And I like the pose. I'm not sure I like the scale. But I like the pose. The power. It does make you kind of want an ice cream. The water lighting effects you put in the whale's back. I know, right? I know exactly what you mean. You know where it looks like a net? Who's a net? No, it looks like a network of light. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've done that before. I can't remember how I got it done. This is going to be hard. You know, because it's got to be like, let's see. This is not going to be it, but, you know, it's got to be like, because you're looking through the water, or rather the sunlight is going through the water, and the water is bending it in certain ways. Like so, I don't know. It's not strictly, you know, like lightning or anything. It's got to be a network of diamond shapes, but they got to be, yeah, that net look. Yeah, that'll be one of the, hopefully the last things I try and pull off. And it'll probably take me forever, but it'll give that, like that feel, that real feel. I don't even know if, let's see, yeah, see there's some of it on the back of this shark. Not so much on this one, but I think that the light is just too diffused to show it. Or maybe it's because it's so far away from the water surface. But I love that kind of network look. See, those ones take kind of the shape of scales, like they're all facing the same direction. So it's interesting. But wherever they cross, you know, it should get a little brighter. Yeah. I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I look forward to those kind of challenges, but I also kind of sweat it too. Why am I drawing it on this layer for real? I should be like not doing that. Yoink. It's the challenge. Okay, got that. Now the question is, why didn't I make the tail go all the way there? Why does it stop here? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know why its tail was like chilling out there, not done. Part of stuff that's difficult underwater is the fact that it's everything is so diffuse at a certain level. Like no strong highlights or anything in general, because like I'm sure the eyes will have one or whatever. Where's my water layer? This is gonna have some kind of underneath it water. Do some work. This is more fun. I'm glad that this is more fun than work, for sure. It is also more fun for me. But alas, I think that I'm going to wind up doing something that's not going to be as entertaining, so I'm going to have to jump off as well. I have a logo to do, and it's going to be very early days on that. I got a lot of, that early thumbnailing stage that nobody likes, but so I sure appreciate. Thank you guys. Those of you who are still hanging out, came here with Eric and stayed afterwards. I appreciate the lurks and all the attention. Those of you who I see on a regular